unknown. Only way he coming back is through his unborns. If you see what's in my bag, think I'm a Lord. It's empty.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Returning it, John Ross. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gone!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following the busted contact. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long...
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Pull it good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now being hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and that's incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I got 15. I got 15.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll drop to throw. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Third down, Mixon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
They'll
come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
He'll look to throw. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's a run with Mixon. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stick.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he tried to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run it here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Goes underneath for Bell. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. So we've come upon an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Let's go. 8.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Clayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
We always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he's the AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you got three.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After the penalty, it's Mixon down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throws. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the left side here for Eifert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Back now in Cincinnati.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A spin. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Buying time to his left. On the left side, it's McDonald. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Again, it's Mixon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And Eifert has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Detroit!
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Detroit!
They toss to Mixon, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. On play action, they'll throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. Escapes the defender. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.